Have you ever stopped and thought about why some everyday products just feel, I don't know, uniquely satisfying beyond just doing their job?
Mm.
Maybe it's a specific sound or a smell or just a feeling you get. It's funny, sometimes the things that really hook us, the things that make us pick that brand again, well, strictly speaking, they don't really serve any practical purpose at all.
Yeah, that's spot on.
So today we're diving deep into something we're calling the tingle factor.
Mm.
It's this really peculiar phenomenon that's kind of fundamentally reshaped how brands connect with us.
Hmm.
It focuses on those fleeting sensations, often totally functionless, that just spark a bit of joy or curiosity or maybe even nostalgia.
And our mission here really is to unpack how this tingle factor lifts products way beyond just, what they do. It helps forge these really strong emotional bonds, drives loyalty.
Right.
And we're drawing a lot from this fascinating article. It's called The Tingle Factor, How a Functionless Sensation Revolutionized Consumer Behavior. It really lays out how these subtle little cues became so incredibly powerful.
Okay, so let's get into it. And the origin story for this whole idea is actually pretty surprising. It takes us way back.
It really does.
All right, so to really get this, let's go back to the early 1900s in America. Hygiene habits were, well, they were pretty different.
Very different, yeah.
Toothbrushing, believe it or not, wasn't something everyone did, not like today. Dental products were kind of seen as luxuries.
Yeah, most people just didn't see the need for, daily brushing. It wasn't a habit.
So enter Claude Hopkins,
Right.
an advertising executive.
Right. And Hopkins' genius, it wasn't really about making a better toothpaste. He just got the hidden psychological triggers, the things that turned an occasional action into a real habit.
Okay.
So he's reading these dental textbooks and finds mentions of this film that naturally forms on teeth. Totally harmless, right? Comes right off.
Yeah.
But Hopkins, he brilliantly reframes it. He calls it this dingy, undesirable coating, says that it causes discoloration, decay. Suddenly there's this visible enemy you need to get rid of every day.
Okay, I see where this is going. But where does the tingle come in?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. Pepsodent's masterstroke, that tingle factor, was almost completely by accident.
No way.
Yeah, they put stuff like citric acid and mint oil in the toothpaste, but mainly for taste, maybe help it last longer on the shelf.
Okay.
But those ingredients, they had this unexpected side effect. This cool, kind of sharp tingling feeling on your gums and tongue.
The tingle.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. This tingle did absolutely nothing for cleaning your teeth. Didn't fight cavities, didn't whiten. Functionally, totally superfluous. Extra.
Wow, okay.
But this completely functionless tingle turned out to be their secret weapon. Within weeks of Hopkins launching his ad campaign focusing on that film, demand for Pepsodent just exploded.
Really? Weeks?
Yeah, they couldn't make it fast enough. 3 years later, it's international. A decade later, it's a global bestseller. And the really crucial part, toothbrushing habits across the U.S. skyrocketed. It actually led to this huge public health improvement.
That Pepsodent story is just, it's incredible. So, okay, they hit it big, but why? What did researchers figure out about why that tingle was so powerful?
Well, when researchers looked into it later, they found something fascinating. People actually missed the tingle if they forgot to brush.
They missed the feeling.
Yeah, they had come to associate that specific tingling sensation with being clean, with having successfully removed that dreaded film Hopkins told them about.
Huh.
So the sensation itself became a craving. It closed that perfect loop that people like Charles Duhigg write about, the habit loop. You see the film, that's the cue. You brush with Pepsodent, the routine, and then you get that satisfying tingle, the reward.
The reward wasn't clean teeth, it was the tingle.
Exactly. Pepsodent stumbled onto the power of a non-functional reward. That was the breakthrough.
So the big takeaway here isn't just that a sensation can build a habit, but the reward itself doesn't have to be, practical. It can be purely sensory.
Precisely.
So what was the lasting impact of this accidental discovery? Did everyone just start adding tingles?
Pretty much. That functionless tingle gave people immediate physical feedback, like a little sensory receipt saying, yep, job done, even if that signal had zero connection to actual cleaning power.
Instant gratification.
Totally. And it was potent. Competitors saw the success and scrambled to add similar cooling, tingling, foaming sensations to their own products.
Yeah.
And now, That feeling is so baked into our expectation of toothpaste and mouthwash worldwide, we almost demand it.
It's amazing. A tiny feeling in your mouth changed global habits.
Yeah.
But obviously, this tingle factor goes way beyond toothpaste, right?
Yeah.
It seems like it hits all their senses, even like digital stuff now.
Oh, absolutely. It's everywhere once you start looking. Take Lush bath bombs.
Ah, yes. Very
Like
visual.
the fizzing, the swirling colors, the burst of fragrance. Yeah, that's the main event, right?
Yeah, it's the whole show.
But the fizz itself, it doesn't really do anything except help disperse the oils and scents. Lush just knew people craved that multisensory experience. And the bonus, customers started filming them, putting videos online.
Free advertising, organic marketing, yeah.
Exactly. Millions of views, basically unpaid promotion driven by the sensory appeal.
Okay, what about other senses? Scent.
Oh, scent's a huge one. Think Play-Doh.
Oh, yeah, that smell. Instantly recognizable.
Right. That specific trademark smell, it's like sweet, musky, vanilla, cherry, salty dough, all mixed together. It's not just incidental.
We takes you back.
It's a time machine, straight back to childhood for so many adults, and Hasbro knew it. They've protected that olfactory signature since the 50s because it carries so much emotional weight.
Wow, okay, texture.
Texture, yeah. Kinetic sand. Ever played with that stuff?
The sand that, like, flows but holds together. Yeah, it's weirdly satisfying.
Exactly. That smooth, silky, yet kind of gritty feel. It's mesmerizing. Videos of people just squishing it get millions of views. It's not some amazing toy invention.
It's just the feel of it.
It's the tactile experience.
Mhm.
Spin Master, the company, even markets it as like a stress relief tool, tapping into that whole mindfulness thing.
Huh. You know, that makes me think of other little sensory things we probably don't even notice consciously.
Definitely. Like the sound of WD-40 spraying.
Yeah. Yeah. Means something's getting fixed.
Right. It signals problem solving, reliability. The sound itself doesn't do anything other than deliver the product, but we associate it so strongly with fixing stuff.
So like Pringles. That crunch.
Oh, absolutely. That specific crunch is engineered. It's meant to signal freshness, quality, even the can, the little rattle.
Yeah, the whole package.
It adds to the experience.
But what about things that are just weird? Like Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks. Perfect example of defying expectations. That crackling, popping sensation from the CO2 trapped inside. Pure novelty, no nutritional value, just fun.
And they leaned into the weirdness, right? The urban legend.
Totally. They marketed the sensation itself, the strangeness, the adventure, made it intriguing.
And even packaging can do this.
Oh, big time. Think about the snap of a Snapple lid.
Oh, yeah. Guarantees freshness, satisfying snap.
Exactly. It's a ritual. Or a Tic Tac box, that little snap open, the rattle. Or think really high end. Luxury car doors. That solid thunk when they close. That's meticulously engineered to sound like quality solidity.
No squeaks or rattles.
Right. Or Apple. They obsess over the unboxing experience, the precise fit of the box, the way it opens, the feel of the materials. It's all designed to feel premium from the very first touch.
But it's not always, like, loud or dramatic, is it? Sometimes it's quieter.
That's a great point. Think about Burt's Bees lip balm.
Oh, yeah. The peppermint one.
Exactly. That slightly waxy, maybe even a little grainy texture, and that cool peppermint tingle. It's subtle, but it's powerful.
Feels kind of wholesome, like self-care.
Yes. It feels like a little act of comfort. And that consistent, unique sensory signature builds trust. It feels authentic.
And you mentioned digital. How does this work online?
Well, the huge one is ASMR, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
Right. The whispering videos, tapping sounds. People get tingles.
Yeah, that peculiar, often really soothing, tingling feeling some people get from specific sounds or visuals, it's exploded online. Millions watch videos of soft whispers, crinkling paper, gentle tapping.
Right.
It triggers this calming sensation for some people. And brands have noticed. IKEA, for example, they've done ASMR-style videos.
IKEA. Seriously.
Yeah, showcasing like the gentle rustle of bed sheets, the soft click of a drawer closing. It aligns perfectly with their whole idea of home being a sanctuary, a calm space.
Wow. Okay, so connecting all these dots, Pepsodent, Lush, Play-Doh, ASMR. What's the underlying psychology here?
Well, if you boil it down, psychologists talk about these sensory signatures triggering completion signals.
Completion signals.
Yeah, like little neurological rewards. A ding in your brain that says, task finished, success. They're incredibly powerful motivators, even if they're not strictly necessary for the task itself.
So just having a product that works well isn't enough.
Often no. Not for building habits anyway. That's the big lesson from Pepsodent, really. Functional benefits alone, they rarely drive habitual use. The most successful products, the ones that really stick, often create a whole sensory experience. They have cues that trigger you to use them, and then distinctive, pleasurable feedback like a tingle or a crunch or a smell that rewards you for using it, even if that feedback, that reward, is totally non-functional.
It shifts the focus from just what it does to how it makes you feel.
Exactly.
So are companies basically like hijacking our brain's natural habit-forming processes?
Well, hijacking might be a strong word, but they're definitely leveraging them. It works because it aligns with how our brains operate.
Okay.
Our brains love efficiency, they look for shortcuts. So, by attaching these really distinct, desirable sensory experiences to products, brands create powerful associations, things we start to crave almost automatically. It turns deliberate choices into routines.
Can you give a few more examples just to
Sure.
see how widespread this is?
Sure. Think about cosmetics. Skincare products often have cooling or warming sensation.
Right, you feel it working.
Exactly. Even if that feeling doesn't actually boost the product's effectiveness, it signals effectiveness to the user, makes them feel like something is happening.
Okay.
Or hotels? Brands like Weston, they develop their signature white tea scent. You smell it in the lobby, maybe in the toiletries. It creates this instant association with relaxation, with the Weston experience. It works on memory and emotion.
Over.
And we mentioned luxury goods before. High-end retailers put immense effort into packaging, not just how it looks, but the weight, the texture, the sound it makes when you open it. It's all part of reinforcing that feeling of quality and exclusivity, like the Apple example.
So for brands listening, what's the key takeaway? Especially if you're trying to cut through all the noise. It can't just be about sticking a random tingle or smell onto your product, right? That would feel gimmicky.
That's a really important question. How do the successful brands do this without it feeling like a trick? I think the key is authenticity and integration. It's about weaving these sensations into the brand, the core identity. They need to align with the brand's values, with what the audience actually wants and expects.
So the sensation reinforces the brand promise.
Exactly. It should preempt or amplify what the brand stands for. Look at Lush, the fizz and color reflect their creativity and fun. Plato's Smell is all about heritage and imagination. Kinetic Sand's texture delivers calm.
Pringles Crunch means quality.
Right. Pop Rock's Fizz is pure fun. Tic Tac's Box is a little ritual. IKEA's ASMR stuff ties into home comfort. Burt's Bees' Tingle feels natural and authentic. It has to make sense for that brand.
Okay, so looking back, this whole thing started with a literally functionless tingle in toothpaste.
Mm-hmm.
And it's evolved into this really sophisticated understanding of how we experience products with all our senses. It's kind of amazing.
It really is, and I think the deep truth that Pepsodent accidentally uncovered is still relevant. Consumers don't just buy products. On a much deeper level, they buy feelings, they buy experiences.
So here's something for you to think about after this deep dive. In today's really crowded market, this tingle factor, this sensory signature, it isn't just a momentary spark. It can be the flame that keeps burning, that keeps you connected to a brand long after you first buy it. Maybe sometimes the features that matter most are the ones that, strictly speaking, don't matter at all to how the product actually works.